Hello class. Today we're gonna assemble all the parts that we did in the last classes. So to start, you click here in File, then New, and you go to Assembly. Right click. As you can see, it's a similar window as before when you created the piece. Now to insert the first piece, you need to click here in Browse and select your piece. In this case, mine is called Control. Double click, and then you need to specify where you want it. You just click wherever you want, and now you have your first piece. As you can see here, it has an F in parentheses here, which is indicating that it's fixed in this 3D space. The first piece you put in an assembly will always be fixed. Okay. Then we add the next component we did before. In order to do that, we click here, Insert Components, and then we click Browse. So let's start with the convex button. We double click, and then you decide where to put it. I can put it right here. Okay. So now we have these two pieces, and as you can see, if you click it and drag it, you can put wherever you want this button. So what we're going to do right now is to put some relations in it so we can fix it in the place we want. Okay. The first relation, well, we first want to see where it should be. So we see that it's at the bottom, also at the right. So the first step, to do some relations, we need to use this tool called Mate. So we click it, and then it asks you which are the sides you want to mate. So we select this side, this face. As you can see, you can so we're selected this face, and then we select this face, the interior part of our controller. So we select it, and then SolidWorks automatically chooses a type of relationship that makes sense to this. In this case, SolidWorks chose coincident, which means that the face we selected and the other face will be at the same plane. So to select this, we click in the Greek check. So now we have our first relationship, but as we can see, it's in the other way, the button. So we need to rotate it. But as you can see, if I click it and drag it, the button stays always in this plane. I can put it outside of the controller, I can put it inside, but always at the same plane. So now to modify it, we go out here, and then as you can see here, you have the history of all the relationships of position relationship we have made. In this case, we only have one. So you click this relationship and you click Edit Feature. Now you get back to this menu, and to be able to rotate it, you choose this alignment. As you can see, there's this kind that was already selected and this kind. So we click it and it rotates, and we say OK. So now we have the button here, but we want to fix it at the bottom of the controller. To do that, we use another relationship. So we go, well, we need to say OK to this relationship, and we click here in Mate. Then we choose this side of the button. Then we choose this side of the controller, and SolidWorks automatically chooses the relationship makes the most sense, which is concentric. What this means is that, for example, this external circle from the controller, I'm gonna say okay, so I can just confirm that. So now, this external circle of the controller, its center, it's here, and the center of the button is also here. So what the concentric does is that it puts the same center of both faces at the same place. So it basically centers the button, right? So we click OK again. Here, as you can see, we have the button fixed. But if you click it and hold it, you're able to still to rotate it. This symbol, like the dash in parentheses, the minus sign, indicates that it's not fully defined. So it means it's not yet fixed, like the other one, right? So the way to fix it is to put another relationship. In this case, let's do this. We click Mate, then we select this side, and then we select this side, and so it works automatically. Selects the option that makes the most sense, which is parallel. So this surface will be parallel to this surface, and we click OK. Now we click again OK, and we can see now that we can't move the button, and right now there's no minus sign here, so it's completely fixed in this 3D space. Okay, now as you saw in the picture of the controller, we also have a button here. So instead of putting it again and doing all the relationships, what we can do is to click here, insert components, in this arrow, and use the copy with mate option. So we click it, and it asks us which component we want to copy. So we click here, and then to go to tell SolidWorks where to paste it, we click next, and then before putting it here, what we need to do is to select which relationships we want it to have, the new button, which relationship we want it to be the same as this one. So in this case it's coincident, because it will still be in this plane. So we click OK. It's not concentric because it's not concentric to this hole. So, but it's still but this surface will be still parallel to this surface. So we select here, repeat, and the only one left that we need to specify is concentric. So here is already selected. So we just click the surface we want it to be concentric to. So we click here, and as you can see, it created a button. Okay, then you need to click OK, and then you need to click cancel. Now we have our two buttons. Okay. Okay. So right now we're gonna put the other button. To do it, we just click Insert Component. We click Browse. Then we click a concave button. Double click. It appears here in the assembly, and we click again. So now we do the same as before. So for example, I click Mate. I click this face, and then I click in this face. So we choose concentric as before. As you can see, it happened again. So I need to the mistake as before. So I need to go here for the last relationship, edit feature, then go here and click here, and OK. Good. Good. Okay. Now we have our button here. So to put it in place, before we click mate, then we click here, and then we click at this surface. Now we have it in place with the concentric option, and we click OK. Now, you can see this button still can rotate because we haven't specified the, that relationship. So to do things different, instead of doing the same, like just selecting this plane and then fixing, having a relationship in parallel with this one, what we can also do is that we can go to the our concave button, click here. This is a list of all the components we have in the assembly. So we select this and we click here, and then we select a plane of our button. In this case, we can select this planta. So we click here, and then we click mate. As you can see, you have the planta plane here in mate selections, and what you can do is now to select this plane as before, and then choose parallel, like it's already selected. So we click OK. Now it's fixed. The reason I did that is that, for example, there you may have some components that there are with no planes on it. So imagine we have this button and we don't have this kind of shape here at the bottom. So the only way to stop it to rotate is to select a plane of that component, as we did right now. So right now we want to copy this button to this side. So we do as before, copy with mates, then select component, we select this one, we click next, then we choose the relationships that they will share. So we click coincident, repeat it, then parallel, and for the concentric option, we select this surface. And now we have it. We click OK, and then we click cancel. Okay, so now we have our four buttons. So now, right now we need to put these buttons. So as before, we click insert components, then browse. We click in the large button, double click, then you put it in place. And now we need to specify the relationships, so we have it here. Okay, so you can drag it here. You need to select this face, then select this face, and as you can see, we have the wrong direction. So we click here in mate alignment, and we click align this way. So we rotate in this way, and we click OK. Now we need to put our button this side, so we can grab it. Oops, click cancel. Okay, now we can grab it. And the next step is to choose another relationship. So you can click mate, then this side, and you can click this side. So now you can see it shows concentric. You click OK, and we click OK. Now if we click the button and we move it, you see this relationship makes this side static, and we can rotate it. But since we want it fixed, we need to do the same, but for this side. Click escape, and so you click mate here, and you click this side, and you click this side. Concentric, okay. And we have right now our button fixed. We click cancel here. Now we're gonna do the same. We're gonna just copy this button to this side. Insert component, copy with mates, select the component. Next. For this, we choose still coincident. Then for concentric, we don't want it to be concentric to this side, so we click this side. And for the other concentric, we want it to be concentric to that side. And we click OK. And then we click cancel, just to get out of there. Okay. See, it's very easy to fix the buttons. So right now we have the two central buttons. Okay, the next step is to fix this button. So we click here in Insert Components, Browse, then the cross button, and we just place it here. So we repeat the process. We click Mate, then we click here, then this surface, and in this case we choose this Mate alignment and click Check. So now we have this button aligned to this plane, and next we want it to be centered to here. So right now we're gonna go, we click OK here, and we click Mate again. We click this side, this side of the button. Then we click this side of the controller. And instead of concentric, we're gonna choose distance, which, as the name says, is gonna fix a distance from the button to this side. Okay. So we can try with 1 millimeter of distance. And we click OK. Now, as you can see, the hover button here. Okay. Right now, we need to fix this distance. So we select this side, this surface, and we select this surface, and we click distance again, and we put 1 millimeter. So I think 1 millimeter is too much. So in this case, let's put it 0.5 millimeter. And we click OK. Oops. Okay. And we click OK. Now we need to change this side because, as you see, it's to the left. Is to the left of the hole. So we click Cancel, and then we go look for this relationship. Good. So we click here. We go to this distance, and we click here, Edit Feature. And instead of 1, you can just put 0.5 millimeters. Okay, and we click OK. I don't know what's wrong with this. Oops. Okay. Okay, very strange. It's my computer. Okay. And so I have some problems here. Let's save it just in case. Please save it. I'll take assembly. Then let's try to change it again. I don't know why it didn't change. So let's edit feature, and then we choose here 0.5 millimeters, and we click OK. So now it's good. Okay. Please be sure to save it, because sometimes SolidWorks, because there's too many components in this assembly, it could crash. So please save it. Now we have this cross, and the only thing missing is the other part of the controller. So we can go to Insert Components, and we click Browse. Then we click this part, and we click here. Now we can move this, so it gets over the controller. It's away from the controller, and so we click here in Mate again. We select this surface, and we select this surface, and we choose concentric. Then, as you can see, if I move this rotates, so we need to also fix that side of the controller. So we select this side, and we select this side, and we select concentric. Now the last part missing is to join this to this. So we select this surface, and we select the other surface right here, and we select coincident, and we click OK. And here we click OK. So now we have our controller assembled. You can do it like it is. And for example, you can click here. You can click in wireframe and see what it's inside. Also, you can do is that to click this face, then choose section view, and then you can move this part and see what's inside. You can also select different type of planes, like this one, and if you want to leave it that way, you click OK. So now you have a section view of your controller. If you want to get it back, you just click here. Okay. Now to finish this tutorial, we're gonna do an exploded view of this controller. So to do that, we click exploded view, and we select, let's see, we can select this this part, and here at the left side you can select the distance from the origin. So here we're gonna select minus 50 millimeters, and to see the results we need to click apply. Okay, and then we click done. So for the next button, you click here at the cross, and then instead of minus 50, you're gonna select 50. You click apply. Oops, we got the wrong. Sorry. Let's say exploded view. So in this case, I selected the wrong direction. So you need to click this and select this direction, and then click apply to this, and then select done. From this side, we already selected minus 50. So let's select it again. So it's minus 15. We select this Z direction, minus 50, and we click apply. click done. Now for the next buttons, from the central buttons, let's go look for them. You're gonna select them, and now that you selected both, click Z, this direction, and instead of -50, you click 40 millimeters. Click apply, then done. Now for these, for the dark purple buttons, you also select them. You click Z direction, and then you select 13. You click apply, then done. And for the last ones, the light purple ones, you click them. You click Z, and then you select 20 millimeters, and you click apply, then done. So right now we have all our buttons exploded, and all of our controller exploded. So we click OK. Okay. So now to finalize, we're gonna go to this tab, Property Manager. No, sorry, Configuration Manager, and we're gonna right-click here. Right-click, and we're gonna collapse it. But since we want to save a video of it, you need to click here in Animate Collapse. Then you will see a video of it collapsing, which you can save if you click this button, Save Animation, and you can just save it as you want. So you can click name it video 1 and save it in your desktop, and you click OK. So now it's doing all the collapsing and saving also the video. Okay, now the video is saved, so you can click here to go out. So right now this tutorial is finished.